Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again, and welcome back to my channel. You probably don't recognize me right now because I never wear my hair straight anymore. It's just not a part of who I am at the moment. You know what I mean? I go through phases of where I absolutely hate my hair straight, and then phases of where I think it's like amazing straight. Anybody else? Just me? Okay. So, couple of disclaimers. One, I'm getting over a cold again. Yeah. Again, live, laugh, loving over here. Two, this big old band-aid on my finger. Yeah, I'm a victim of cutting an onion. Okay, had to get 4 stitches in her yesterday. We're just gonna ignore her. And yeah, she's living her best life. Yeah. So that's my life right now, but let's dive into today's look. We're doing something really, really fun. I saw this on Pinterest and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect for spring. Why would I not? So let's move our hair out of our face. Let's prep the skin a little bit. This is gonna be a little bit difficult because I can't get my finger wet. So we're gonna do it this way. This is the Drench It by POV. If you guys have not tried POV skincare yet, I highly recommend that you do try it out because it's so good on the skin and your makeup will lay so much better. I promise you. Like, just wait till you see how hydrated my skin looks afterwards. I do have my brows done already. Just threw in some of my pomade, my pencil, and a little bit of gel per usual. Next, going in with the Drip It. This is the serum and I absolutely love this. It's my favorite step of the entire prep line, actually. Just going to hydrate the skin as well. But guys, can you believe it? I have been so busy. I feel like I'm saying that in all of my videos, but can I even talk? I guess not. Like, so insanely busy these days, per usual. And I'm like, girl, slow down. But honey, there's no time for that. We can sleep when we're dead. You know what I mean? Do you guys see how glowing my skin is already looking? Yeah. Yeah. Since I couldn't get my freaking hand wet, I had to have Austin wash my hair last night in the shower and basically bathe me. And I could not do my regular blowout routine because I couldn't like hold the brush, you know? I wasn't gonna deal with all of that. So this straight hair it is, girl. Yes. I forgot to say, I'm going in with the Whip It. This is the last step. It is the moisturizer. I don't use her Grip It anymore just because there's other like primers that I like to use if I'm going to be using a sticky primer. So for today's look, we just want to be nice and hydrated and moisturized. I posted a short about this, but the Tatcha lip mask, they're coming out with this new bad boy right here. This is, there's hair in my mouth. This is kind of like their lip mask that comes in the pod, but this is more of a lip balm. And look how cool the tip is on this. So cool. It feels so good on the lips, nice and hydrating. I've used this once before, absolutely love her. Highly recommend. I think this is going to be a hit. I'm interested to see what the price point is on this guy because I received this in my gratis from Ulta. For those of you who don't know, I work part-time there, and that was in our gratis this month. So 12 out of 10. I really have been liking her a lot, especially to prep before we do this glam look. I think today I'm actually going to be starting with my base. So I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. This is the shade 411. It's a little bit not my shade, but no one's new around here. We know that that's not really, that's not really how I roll these days. We're going to go in and dab this in with a brush, of course. I typically like to do a brush and then a beauty blender just to tap it all in. I just find that I get more product out of a brush than I do a beauty blender, and it just takes a little bit less time to get the product all around the face. But also, I don't know, I just feel like I've been really vibing with putting it on with a brush lately. But I don't ever finish it with a brush because then I have like streak marks. That could be user error, but it's fine. I really do like that foundation a lot, actually. I've been using it for the past few months, and I do like how it sits on the skin. There are times where I like to switch up the foundations that I use because I haven't found like my staple foundation. You know, I feel like everyone has a staple that they just go towards, but I don't have that. Like, actually, I lied. I will say that the one staple foundation I always kind of gravitate back to is my Lancome because she's just that girl. She sits, she's beautiful, she's full coverage, and she's worth every single penny. But we're going to go ahead and tap this in with a dry beauty blender. I do not like to use a damp beauty blender. That's just me because To be honest with you, I'm not gonna get up. Once I'm sitting down to do Glam, I'm sat. Okay, baby? I'm not spraying this with nothing. It's dry. If you have dry skin, dampen your beauty blender for sure. It makes a difference. But for me, no, baby. We're just gonna tap this in. Look at me talking all this crap, and I'm gonna dampen my beauty blender today. I guess my skin, just from being sick, is a little dehydrated, and I just don't like how it's sitting right here, so I don't know if you can see it on screen, but see how it's like kind of coming up in those areas and it's just not looking good? That's fine. We're gonna go in with just 3 more pumps. I'm gonna take it on a beauty blender. Okay. And we're just gonna go like this. Should have done this first, but it's honestly been a couple days since I've done makeup, and apparently I forgot how to do everything. I'm gonna take a pump of my foundation and use this just to carve out my brows. Okay, now that we fixed our base, that was kind of wonky there for a second. I guess I just forgot everything I know how to do when it comes to makeup. Concealer, we're gonna go in with Tarte Shape Tape today, just a little bit underneath the eyes. I'm just gonna use my beauty blender today since it is already damp with the spray. Now that we're nice and blended out, let's go ahead and sculpt the face. This is my typical kind of base routine if you are new to my channel. This is the Too Faced Contour Cream Stick. I like to put a little bit on my nose. We're doing a little bit on the forehead and of course carving out those cheekbones. If you're new to contour and bronzing, you wanna find where your cheekbone is. So mine kind of dip inward a little bit. I go right above that because we're gonna blend this out and enhance the cheekbone. Going in with my angled brush, I like to tap mine into the skin. And you do want to focus it exactly where you put it. You don't want to blend it too crazy because you want it to stay where it's going to give you a shadow and where it's going to contour the rest of your face for you. Like I see some people put it on and then they all of a sudden have it all over here. I thought someone was breaking into my house, girl. I heard something weird. This is not the house to break into, let me tell you that. Taking this right up the nose anyway. That just psyched me out, sorry. Okay. I do like to just kind of blend it back into the hairline so we don't get any weird lines around the forehead and the hairline. And do you see the difference that makes? Just a little bit, like it's just adding a little bit of shape. Ooh, see how pretty my base is already looking? Okay. No, I'm just all over the place today, I guess, because I think I can't do makeup, and then I do makeup, and I'm like, oh, wait, maybe I can do makeup. But then I go on TikTok, and I'm like, wait, I can't do makeup like they do makeup, but I can still do makeup. So what's the makeup? Makeup? Ah, I just hit my finger. That fucking hurts so bad. Anyway, we're doing the Rare Beauty blush today. This is in the shade Happy. Just a little dot of this here and here. I decided not to use my mic today for whatever reason. Probably because I can't find it. But if you hear my dog snoring, it's just let him live his best life. Taking this blush onto the cheek and up, following that contour into our temple to blend her out. This is really easier to do with a brush than it is a beauty blender in my opinion. What I like to do is just take my beauty blender really lightly around my cheek area here, just to kind of blend that blush in and make sure that there's no like harsh lines going on. And then we're gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent hydrating setting spray. I freaking love this stuff. I use it in between my creams and my powders all the time, and I'm just gonna give her a good love it, live for it, love it. Got this at the Dollar Tree. Or my friend got it for me, but she got it at the Dollar Tree. I usually let this dry down just a little bit before I go in with any powders, just so it really melts into my skin. And the first thing I like to set is underneath my eyes because I know they're gonna crease a little bit if I don't. Today's setting powder, we are going to be using Huda Beauty, of course. This is ultimately my all-time favorite setting powder to ever exist. Literally every single one of them, besides the green one. I haven't got my hands on that quite yet. I'm kind of intrigued by it because, like, why is it green? I know why it's green, but, like, do we like it? Do we hate it? What exactly is going on with it? Taking the little puff that it comes with. This is just in the shade Pound Cake. This is just the translucent setting powder, I believe, or the lightest shade. Take this down onto the chin as well. Forehead. taking a little and tapping it up like the cheek area. I'm going to switch over to my brush. I just take a little brush and we are going to set this area. I did take it down the neck. I'm going to set my neck as well so this just doesn't move throughout the day. And then I'm also going to set my chest so it doesn't rub off on my clothes or anything. While we have my setting brush out, I am going to go in with my Fit Me pressed powder and just picking this up on the brush, I'm going to set my eyelids because this makes blending this makes blending eyeshadow much easier in my opinion. This is my holy grail step of doing any sort of eyeshadow look because I just find it's way easier to blend and get a really perfected airbrush look with eyeshadow is when you set it with a powder. I just said the same thing 2 times. Like, what? Is this my first time recording? I don't understand. I'm trying my best. Your best ain't good enough, Kendall. Try harder. Do you know what I mean? Like, my God. It's the straight hair. It's throwing me off today. I'm going to warm up the cheeks with my MAC. This is the Matte Medium Rose Skin Finish. I use this all the time. It's on an angle brush. We're going to take this into where we put that cream contour before, tapping this in. Guys, if you don't want to see me do my base routine because, you know, it's kind of the same steps, it doesn't really change that much besides some products here and there, just let me know down below in the comments and I'll stop recording them. But today's eye look is going to be super quick and easy, so I figured why not take you through the entire base routine. I also hit my nose with this, up the nose, and then right up here where we put that cream powder as well. Blush today, going in with the NARS Orgasm X. I love this shade. Honestly, NARS blushes they're that girl. Like all of them. They came out with blush sticks. They also have just like their OG blushes that they've always had. And I am obsessed with them because they're just so pretty. Like most of them have the luminous feel to them. They're not as creamy as like the Rare Beauty ones are, but they're still good. So as you can see, they're very potent on the skin. They come out like there's a lot of pigment in these guys. So I like to take my contour brush we just used earlier to pat this out and kind of blend it better into the skin so it's not as harsh of a blush because we don't want to be looking crazy. Maybe you do. I don't know. Do you, girl? This is what we're working with the base going on. I feel like I want a little bit more of a bronze contour peeking through, so I'm going to go back in with my MAC, and I'm actually going to apply more of this. I forget that this MAC powder is a little bit more lightweight than the NYX Buttermelt one, so I always typically have to go back and do this anyway, but last thing I'm going to add on the base is a little bit of highlight. This is the NYX Buttermelt Highlight in the shade Glaze It Butta. I'm going to throw this right here, right where the light hits. It's nice and natural. It blends in with the blush really nicely. Tip of the nose, bridge of the nose. Base is done. Let's move on to the eyes. Okay, I had to switch my lighting out, so it's going to look a little bit different, but we're still going to get the gist. We're going to hop into the eyes. The eyes I'm super excited for because it's all about spring, and I thought we would whip out some purples, okay? I'm not even going to lie. I saw this look right here on Pinterest, and I was like, yeah, we need this on my eyes immediately. So we're going to try it and see if we can get it just as cool as hers looks, but palette today, whoa, as you can see, it's a fun one. It is the P. Louise, what's this called? A World Full of Wonder. I freaking love this palette because it's so fun. It has all the purplies, it has all the lavender colors. Like, she is absolutely stunning. P. Louise is that girl for makeup palettes. If you're interested in getting some good makeup palettes, P. Louise is your girl. I actually think the first shade we're going to use is out of the drawer that's in that. I like to just pull it out so I can show you guys. We're going to be using this shade right here. I've been really liking that colors are starting to make their way back into the makeup industry because I feel like we've been neutral for so long that it's just like a little boring. And Zara Larsson wears a lot of color, which I think is helping. Like, she's a really big artist right now, so I feel like that's really good for the makeup industry. But also, like, girl, don't be afraid of a little bit of color. Don't be afraid of a little bit of pizzazz, okay? Never hurt anybody. I've never noticed how much this light sucks until I change it from my other one into up here very lightly. So I don't want it to look like too connected. I want it to be very like wispy like hers is. I feel like that's good, just like that. And then with like a burgundy shade, she kind of like wisps it, wisps it. And I feel like this shade right here would be an absolutely stunning shade. She just keeps a little part of her eyes kind of open in the middle. So we're just gonna kind of see if we can mimic what she does. Yeah, so I just went back to the reference photo and it looks like she literally is just like lightly, I have hooded eyes, so I gotta make sure I get all my creases and shit. And I have to stop myself or I'm gonna blend it too much and make it into something that it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be just kind of like blotchy. Okay, like that's fun, right? Hers is a little bit lighter, so I feel like, I think what I'm gonna do is take this shade right here. It's a super like lilac-y color. And just kind of hit the brow bone a little bit more and make this pop a little bit. Even in the inner corner. Yeah, I think this is gonna look dope. It looks really cool in person. I wish this light was better. I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, I'm gonna go in and do the other eye, see if we can make it match. This is looking really cool, and I'm just going to be adding a little bit of the About Face liner in my waterline. Really, really pretty pink color, and I just wanna lighten my waterline a little bit. It looks like she's just wearing mascara, so we're gonna try it. I'm going to comb through my lashes first. This is just a comb by Ulta, I think. Oh no, J-Cat. I don't know where I got this. Try to get this disgusting lash glue out of my eyelashes. We can't do lashes alone without curling them first, so let's go ahead and do that. I don't know, do you guys curl before or after you put on mascara? Let me know. So, changing to my Rare Beauty mascara. I actually really, really love this mascara a lot. And we're just going to load it on. I don't think you guys need to sit and watch me throw on mascara, right? You guys get the gist? You guys see why I love this mascara? It's so good. It's so good. Okay, I think let's finish up with some lips. Lip today going in with the Kylie lip liner in the shade Snow Bay. I don't know if she makes this anymore. I've had this forever. I guess I need to sharpen it. I will say the one thing I really do love about Kylie's lip liners are that they're so easy to sharpen. They're just like have that waxy feel, which is just so satisfying to me. I don't have a lip line that is visible on the top. It's like invisible lip line. I don't know. I don't know why that is. And then I have double lip line on the bottom, so that's great. But I kind of have to make sure that they're even on the top because I have to kind of go over my lip line a little bit. And one side is always lower than the other. It drives me freaking crazy. I really do love how creamy her liners are. Or at least they used to be. I don't know if they're still like it. I haven't bought a new one in so long. But, okay. Going in with the new Morphe. This is the Dip Glass Glazed, hello? This is the Dip Glass Dazzled High Shimmer Lip Gloss in the shade Champagne Pearl. I love these things. Morphe's been freaking killing it with all their new drops lately. Like, okay, Morphe, make a comeback, damn. I really like these though because they are sparkly. Just for a little bit of like a gloss and a shimmer. And yeah. I'm gonna go see if I can switch lights because this light is driving me bonkers. There she is in all her glory and color. This is the final look. I think this is so fun for spring. It's something that's so easy you can do really quickly for a quick like glam. Like this would be so cute going to like a little spring lunch or like brunch even. Yeah, I vibe. I vibe. This is going to be the final look, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another video with me. And I shit my teeth. Hopefully it wasn't there the whole video, but that's going to be it for today, guys. I will see you in the next one. Love ya.